Today I want to talk about how to sound a note on the guitar and how you can get different tonal variations from attacking the string differently. So there's three ways I'm really going to attack the string. Using my pick, I use a regular sort of jazz 3 here, the Oltex, and I'm going to use the pointy part, and then I'm going to use the rounded part, the back side of the pick, and then I'm going to use my fingers. And you get three distinctly different sounds from them. So let's just play a few blues licks using the pointy part of the pick. I'm going to play the same kind of licks, and it's going to turn the pick around my fingers and use the rounded side. So back to back, pointy and rounded. Pointed, rounded. Now it can be a little subtle, but I don't get as much attack as when I'm using the rounded side as I do when I use the pointed side. So I really like that round warmth that you get from the side of the pick, a little rounder tone. And the point. Round. I'm still plucking as hard, but when I use that rounded part, it really mellows out the tone quite a bit. And then the third option would be using my fingers. So the least amount of attack is when I'm going to use my fingers, or my thumb even. So a common way that you can use your fingers is, first thing I do is I put my pick between my first and second finger. I just kind of do that move right like that. Now, a lot of the work comes from my thumb and index finger together. So you see I'm on the same string. My thumb will come out here parallel to the string, and my first finger will grab it right there too. So if I'm on one string, a lot of times I'll just snap that string. I'm literally pulling the string off the neck. It's kind of like chicken picking. Now, if I'm going to go between two strings, I'll use my thumb and my first finger. Now, in future videos, I'll cover hybrid picking in more detail. But here, I really want you to experiment with the different tonal variations you can get by just using your pick, what part of the pick you use, and your fingers. So once again, I'm going to noodle around with the pointy part. Rounded. And now my fingers. Changing pickups. Rounded part of the pick, pointy. And in my fingers. Okay, so there are differences. Hopefully it's coming across in the microphone here. But certainly as a player, I feel the difference. And I can get a lot more control over each individual note. And you definitely hear players like Jeff Beck do this. He's actually just using his fingers. Mark Knopfler, who just uses his fingers. Some of my favorite guys like Billy Gibbons and Michael Landau and David Grissom, all these guys really incorporate different parts of their pick. I know Robin Ford does this as well, where he might play a lot of rhythm guitar stuff with the rounded side of the pick and then a little more lead stuff with the pointy part. So it's something to take some time and experiment with, and it's worked out really well for me, I think. I really love the sounds that I can get just from the instrument and my pick, and this is the main kind of generator of your tone. You got a halfway decent amp and a decent guitar, but it really comes down to your hands. And what's also really important about that is your pick angle and how you attack the strings. So there's a quick tip for this week, and hope you have fun with experimenting with this one and spend a lot of time with it. I know I did, and I think I think the payoff is really worth it because you discover all these different avenues that you can get just from the guitar itself.